Speaking your truth. We have talked about identifying your truth, and that seems like maybe speaking it would be the same, but it's not. They're two totally different things. So different. Because when you identify your truth, that's all very internal. Gosh, that is like really deep understanding of yourself and where you're coming from and what has fed into that experience for you. Speaking your truth is 10% for other people. All right, maybe more, maybe 40% for other people, but mostly it's for you. But it has to come out of your voice. It has to come out in some sort of communication. I highly recommend actually talking and using the voice over text, always. But sometimes it's necessary to just send an email or do whatever. But speaking your truth means not, bleh. This is how it is. I'm just being honest. I just tell it how it is. Okay, no. Blech. That's low level frequency operation right there. You don't need to do that. That's how I used to be. It was like, I call that emotional promiscuity. You just throw it all out there and you're like, yeah, so deal with that. And it's just, that doesn't make anybody feel good. It doesn't really, that's actually a way of bypassing your truth, because it's like thrown in there with all this other shit that is not really relevant to the situation or even this person. So like, how are they gonna even, nobody's gonna dig through all that vomit to find your truth and then be like, oh, thanks for this nugget of gold and all that other stuff that you threw up on me. So speaking your truth is understanding what is true for you, whether it's a feeling, an experience, a need, a perception, like whatever it is, and then being able to clearly, calmly, and kindly communicate that to the other person or peoples. So, if you cannot clearly, calmly, and kindly communicate that, then you need to hold space for yourself and spend a little bit of time digging a little bit more into that truth until you can create a safe place for you to exist that does not depend on someone else's response. I dive into this in my courses, in case you're wondering, and also obviously in coaching. That's what it's all about. Helping you work through how to have these conversations, how to communicate your heart to other people in a way that will always feed you, no matter what their reaction is. It's not about the result. It's not about them conceding and doing whatever you're saying. It's about you being true to yourself. And being true to yourself means clearly, calmly, kindly communicating your truth. And then that's it. That's all you have to do. Because you know what? You carry your truth wherever you go. And you don't need anybody to put a sticker on it and say, I like it. Or, I don't like it, and then that makes you feel bad. Nope. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter what that person's response is. That's not the point of speaking your truth. The point of speaking this is that so that you can be okay inside yourself and you are not self-abandoning, because every time you don't move towards your truth, speak it, choose it, you're self-abandoning. And that does terrible, terrible things. So much collateral damage there. So much loss of self-worth, self-trust, love, security, safety, peace. All that goes out the window when you start abandoning yourself and your truth. So, very important to speak it. If you have any questions, please message me, share with the group. I'd love to talk about this more. It's something not a lot of people do, but we all really need to. So, dig in.